So, I've got a bunch of agates that I picked up from a rock shop in Alberta. I actually did a video already, link in the description below, showing off some of the stuff I got, but that had been from a previous trip, and then I was in the same area later on, and we decided to stop by the rock shop again, and I realized they had some nodules. So, I picked up a bunch of different nodules. I've got some Mexican agates, two different localities, but both from the Chihuahua area. A Botswana agate. This is an American agate. We got two Malawis, and then we got some Lake Superiors as well. This one, I believe, comes from somewhere in Oregon. I'll have to look up the name. But I'm going to be cutting some of these. Some of these I might not. Like this Lake Superior agate is fine as is already, in my opinion. I kind of like the outer skin, plus then some of the faces that are a bit rough and tumbled, but water polished already. So I'm good with this one as is. This one's debatable. I could do a cut along the back here. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think I'm going to be cutting this guy in this video, but that is a possibility. So we'll have to see. But some of these show some good promise, like this Malawi. You can see there's a good face, so I'll probably just go right behind it to ensure that I get those patterns, and just go like there. This one's going to be a little bit more tricky, but I think I could do a cut behind here, and I should get I think a half decent looking face on the one side at least. These are called Parcelas agates, I believe. They're from Mexico, from the Chihuahua area. Some of these have some faces on them already. Some of these have small windows, but nothing super big, so that'll be a fun little guessing game to see what's in there. This one, I think I'm actually going to cut this way to get the biggest face. And then we got these. These nodules are Coyamito agates, I believe. So those will be interesting. But let's get to cutting. I definitely want to get the Mexican agates and these two Malawi agates cut, and we'll see how much time we have left with the other ones. Let's look at some of these now that they're cut up. I will just let you guys know I've already seen the insides of these, but this will be the first time for you guys. This one's just a nice classic Lake Superior moss agate. Now you can see it did get a bunch of chips, and there's a bunch of little micro fractures that caused the edges to chip out, which is not surprising. These two halves will probably have a date with the rock tumbler at some point. But it was still a fun little piece to cut, because sometimes these moss agates can have little concentrated sections of banding. Not as common, but you never know. Now to the Botswana agate. This one is a pretty safe bet, I'm gonna tell you. Botswana agates tend to be quite good, and in fact, it turned out really nicely. It's probably actually my favorite Botswana I've cut. I've cut a couple before. I'll put a link in the description to that video. But this one definitely is my favorite that I've cut. Kind of has like this like purpley gray coloration mixed in with kind of the white opaly material. And the banding is just superb. So I'm quite happy with this one. This one definitely has a date with the flat lap. Now, I knew this one was a gamble, and sure enough, it's pretty fractured, but those colors are pretty sweet though still. So it's cool to see the insides. Hopefully one day I can get some nice, a couple nice Malawi nodules that aren't too fractured and get some nice cleaner ones. So, color's nice, sadly too many fractures. Probably will just get used in the tumblers as kind of a filler when I have to do some tumbling of chalcedony material. This second Malawi nodule, likewise, unfortunately, had a couple pretty ugly fractures, though better than the first one. Just unfortunately not to my standard. I knew this could happen when I picked these out, but it was a gamble. And for those who don't know, cutting agate nodules and thunder egg nodules is my guilty pleasure, because it's the only gambling I'll let myself do. I don't like gambling otherwise. So these Parcelas agates from Chihuahua, Mexico can be quite nice. I'll put a link in the description to kind of like a show and tell of some material. Bought some already pre-cut material, and I showed some cool pre-cut specimens of the Parcelas or Parcelas. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but of this material. It's a material that comes out of Chihuahua, Mexico. So same areas like the Coyamitos and the Laguna agates and that kind of stuff. This one is half decent, but there's some nasty fractures kind of running through the fortified area. And then we got some like inclusions of matrix, which give it a weird kind of plumey features at the bottom. Not super spectacular for this one. This one was so close to greatness. But then unfortunately it has this pretty nasty fractured area up top there. But you can see this is the potential of the Parcelas agates. They've got some insane banding. It seems to be mostly like these grays and whites, but then you also get these lovely lavender colors, and those will pop up in maybe in the next one that I'll show you, or definitely the one after that of this type of material. So this is where it starts to get a little more interesting. It's hard, the camera doesn't pick it up as well, but this center material is this really lovely light lavender material. There are, on this side you can definitely notice it, there are some old fractures actually. They look like they were rehealed and filled in with more agate. They look different like from fresh agate fractures, but you can see that there is some very fine tight banding. And then this is the very lovely light lavender color, though I don't know if the camera picks it up well, which is kind of a shame, but you get that mixed in with the smoky colors, and it's a lovely combo. Too bad this didn't pocket out more, and there's most of this is like kind of like matrixy kind of material, but these are still pretty sweet. These I think probably deserve to be polished on the flat lap. Now this one is both awesome and unfortunate at the same time, and I'll show you why. We've got the lovely purplish, light purple color on the outside, and then you got this lovely middle kind of whiter color on the inside, and you got these white eyes. Let's take a closer look. You get all these white eyes, and this side, which I like more because it's got a little bit of interesting, more concentrated fortifications than the other side, and I like the eyes a bit more on this side. Unfortunately, it decided it was going to blow out at me right at the end as I was cutting it, which sucks, because this, I mean, I think I'm still going to polish it, but this, it definitely, I think if it was whole, would have been the better half. Though this side is still pretty awesome with those white opaly eyes. So cool. So this was the first one I cut for the Coyamitos, and man was it a good one. I could feel that it was at least hollow or partially hollow on the inside, so I didn't have high hopes for this one, but boy did it surprise me. I find these Coyamitos can have some very lovely tight bands with like lovely pastel colors. We've got a couple flow channels that you can see. Those aren't fractures, those are flow channels. Which I believe is theorized to like basically the pathway of the agate as it flowed in and deposited into the air bubble in the basalt, because that's how these agates formed. They're basically basalt formations with air bubbles left over from volcanic activity, and then you get silica-rich solutions seeping through the cracks into these air bubbles, depositing the agate. But yeah, this one turned out spectacular. It's definitely got a date with the flat lap. Now I'm going to show you some. I know this one already is a dud, and you might be wondering, why are you showing duds? Show me more of the cool stuff. I'm going to show you a couple duds because I want to be honest with you guys and show you that, like, sometimes when you cut stuff, you're not gonna hit it out of the park, and this is one of those cases. This one, not spectacular. It's filled with, I believe, actually calcite, which is, it actually might turn out half decent if I etch out this calcite. It looks like we might have some like kind of carnelian-esque botryoidal formations, so that might look kind of cool. But you can see this one has got a bunch of like. You can see fractures, like micro fractures, and then yeah, of course it doesn't really have any bands, so it's not super spectacular. So I wanted to just say, like, I don't want to portray a false image of what it's like to cut agates in this hobby, right? Because they're not all going to be like home runs, you know. With that out of the way, let's look at some more cool ones. This is another geode one. This one actually has a little bit like crystallization. So there's a bit of a druzy over the botryoidal formations in here, which is kind of cool. There's not too much colors to it, but it has nice fortification bandings, which is cool. So I still appreciate this one. This one definitely will, at one point, get polished on the flat lap. There aren't too many fractures. There's one or two small ones, but at least got one half that looks pretty decent. So I don't know how to feel about this red one. The more I look at it, I think the more I like it. But at first when I cut it, I wasn't too excited. But let's just take a look and see what you guys think. Because it's kind of hard to tell. But it's basically all reds and oranges and like this dark burgundy purple in the middle. But it's got super tight faint banding. Like it's almost, I don't think the camera picks it up well. But like at least up to about here. In this burgundy color, it's all tight fortifications, and then it's surrounded by this lighter orangey fortification. And I think the more I look at it, the more I like it. It's just, at first when I saw it, I was like, I mean, cool colors, and happy that I didn't get like a crystal-y dud, but maybe if there was a little more contrast. But now that like the more I look at it, I think the more I appreciate the intense colors of this one, because it is quite intense. We'll end off with a bang with the Coyamito section of this video, and check out this one. Oh boy, the colors and the fortifications on this one are spectacular. It's a bit of a shame. I don't think it's kind of coming gray, or at least through the screen it looks like it's gray to me, but the center is more of like a light lavender purple to me in person, and these kind of whitey peachy colors are more of a more like light kind of pink, like rosy pink color. And just the intense fortifications on this one are fantastic in my opinion, and not really any fractures, which is good. Fortunately had a little bit of a blowout there, but what can you do? But overall, spectacular Coyamito. last but definitely not least, let's just give it a spritz down. This is what you could see. I bought it as a half nodule with a bunch of lovely plume material. And I just thought this one showed a lot of promise. It looked like a solid nodule, and it looked like this, you could see like this plume material carried on through the, well, on this side you can't see it as much, but on this side you could see the plume seem to carry on through it. So I slabbed out a couple pieces. My slabs aren't perfect, as you can tell. Whoops. I still need to get better at slabbing material, but holy cow, was that the correct call? Because look at this. Like the multicolored plumes, and then I believe we even got some kind of pseudomorphy-like features here. I could be wrong, but I think these are pseudomorphs. All of you more agate-inclined collectors, let me know. Let's see if we can actually get a closer look at that for you guys. Because, like, when I saw it, it reminded me, you see those kind of sprays? I don't know if they're pseudomorphs or not, but when I saw them at first, that's what they reminded me of. Some type of pseudomorph after a mineral. And then we got the other slab, a continuation of that maybe pseudomorphy material. It could also just be some, like, mixes. I think the black is actually some like manganese or magnesium dendrites, but you see how there's like here, this is what I'm talking about, these kind of white sprays, and they're kind of angular and blade like, and I think just with this one the manganese or magnesium oxides kind of mixed in with them, so I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I thought they might be. And then we've got more on the back here, actually. That might be a better view. And yeah, just the lovely multicolored plumes is just, for me, it's cool material from a location I've never heard of. But yeah, this stuff turned out spectacular. Like, I am so happy that I decided to buy this half nodule and start slabbing it up, because I got some awesome slabs out of it now. So we'll have to see what we can do with this. This brings us to the end of the video. Please, in the description below, let me know which of the agates I cut you found the most interesting. If this is your first time watching, please do like and subscribe. I mostly do rockhounding and fossil collecting related videos, but during the winter time, I'm in Canada, so the Canadian winter can be quite cruel to me. So I do have some time to do some cutting and lapidary related videos. And usually that's when these come out. But please, folks, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.